absolutely ridiculous. They'll believe anything. They'll believe anything. Right, we're back, and we're still here with our guest Raven today. And Abby and Raven, I want to ask you guys an important question.
Okay.
It's really hard, though, like very hard to answer. You ready?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is a woman?
What is a woman?
Yeah. Hey,
Like
silence. Me? I told you it was hard to answer,
Like me?
apparently, right?
I'm a woman.
We are women.
Really? How do you know?
Because I have
Yes.
I have something you don't have. And I can pregnant and you can't.
Are you sure? I've heard
Yes.
men can get pregnant now.
Really?
Really?
I've heard men can get pregnant.
It's
men
like a
can have
trans
MCs. Men can do all sorts of apparently.
They can also have MC? How come they need this?
I've just heard this. I don't know if it's true or not, but what is a woman? Define it.
Okay, when I was born, immediately I already have no thing.
I thought you were a girl then.
Huh?
You were a girl
I was a
or
girl.
a woman.
When I was born,
Yeah.
I'm a baby girl.
You're a baby girl, right? And
Yeah.
then you became a girl, and then you became a woman. So what's a woman?
No.
应该就是有阴道有
Yeah, we have vagina, we have a baby house, 子宫, I don't know.
A uterus and
Uterus
yeah, and a
and the
womb.
boobs,
Okay.
and we have periods.
Hey, I know
And we
some.
have
I know some
milk.
guys who have man boobs, man.
No, we have milk. You don't have.
Okay.
我要申请专利。
They
So being a woman means you have milk.
Yeah.
but men probably also have. I don't even.
Test babe.
Right. So anyway, we're gonna get into this topic, and it's obviously quite a fun one, but also a bit serious. And yeah, but before that, if you like our work, if you appreciate what we're doing, please, Abby, what should they do?
请帮我们按赞、分享跟订阅。
Yeah, please really help us, or share it with a friend, even better. So why am I asking you this question? Why am I asking you what a woman is?
Why?
Yeah.
It's hard to define now.
So you guys know what a judge is, right?
Judge.
Judge.
Court.
In the court, yeah.
In the
How do you say it in Chinese?
法官。
And you know there are different levels of judges, right?
Yeah.
In America, what's the highest level?
大法官。
Yeah, Supreme
Supreme
Court.
Court.
Right? So do you know that Biden right now is trying to nominate a new Supreme Court judge?
I don't know.
Yeah, he is. And her name is Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Kentucky.
And recently, this week actually, so Biden chooses her, and then she has to normally answer a lot of questions. They kind of interview her before they vote to see if they like what she says, if they like her views, to see if they can get the Democrats and the Republicans to get some people to agree or not agree, and ask her some questions.
It's like an interview question, like a personality check.
I think partly personality, but also partly your views. So they'll also look at your history of being a judge. Mm-hmm. And then they'll say, right, so 5 years ago, there was a case and you sent this person to jail for 20 years. Why did you do that? Do you think you were right? Blah, blah, blah. Just to see if they really want to vote for this person and say, should she be on the court, right? Mm-hmm. So what actually happened was Biden said that he wanted to appoint a woman. That was very important to him. I think it was a woman, maybe a woman of color. Maybe, I need to check. Mm-hmm. But basically, Biden said that he was going to appoint a new judge, and he wanted it to be a woman.
Okay.
So even before we get into this, what do you guys think about that?
可以速速解释一下。
拜登就是美国总统想要任命一个大法官，就是最高法院那种大法官。然后他说他要任命一个女的大法官。然后通常那个法官都还会被就是要面试，有点像是被一些议会的人啊，就是国会的人就是询问一些问题，然后看他的回答怎么样，然后决定要不要任命他。Okay.
So she understands. So what do you guys think about that? Saying, listen, I'm going to appoint a judge, but it must be a woman.
要是个女的。
Is that right? Good. Bad?
Sounds like a normal thing. Just like I think it try to balance the gender in judge court. 就是现在他要任命一个。
美国曾经有大法官。
They have had a woman before.
Yeah, they have a woman.
Yeah, they've had a woman before. But do you think that should be the thing that you say, I'm straight away, before I even choose, I'm choosing the gender or the race.
Normally you will not say it loudly, right?
Well, I mean, surely the best person should get it.
Not because of gender.
Not just purely because of gender. But I do understand if people are saying there aren't enough women doing it, then maybe you want to try find the best woman you can. Sure, I kind of understand that, but I suppose a bit in the middle.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this week they were asking her all those questions. And the question they asked her, somebody asked her, was the same question I asked you. Can you define what a woman is?
Oh.
And guess what she said? She said, I can't. She said, I can't tell you what a woman is. I'm not a biologist.
So she looks like a woman?
She is a woman. Well, yeah, she's a woman.
Now she's a woman.
She's a woman. But they said, can you define what a woman is? And she said, I can't. I'm not a biologist.
Ah.
Yeah, interesting, right? I mean, like, I know a lot of young children, if you say to them, what's a woman? They'll tell you. But this is the person who you want to be the highest judge in the land, and she doesn't know what a woman is.
Why he sounds so stupid?
But anyway, I don't want you guys to trust me. I want to actually show you. So here you can see it happen, right?
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No,
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the meaning
biologist.
of the word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition?
Senator, in my work as a judge, what I do is I address disputes. If there's a dispute about a definition, people make arguments, and I look at the
All right.
law and I decide. So I'm not.
The fact that you can't give me a straight answer about something as fundamental as what a woman is underscores the dangers of the kind of progressive education that we are hearing about.
Okay, so there's a video there. So what do you think about that? She can't tell you. She's a woman, obviously. She can't tell you what a woman is.
I guess she has a answer already, but she just think the answer will hurt her career, so she choose not to say it. I guess
Like
Yeah,
playing
possibly.
dumb or something.
playing down.
Play dumb. Playing.
Playing dumb?
Just
Yeah,
shot,
playing
yeah.
dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
play dumb.
Okay, yeah. See, your English is pretty good, and you play dumb. That's pretty good
Yeah,
right there.
play
Right?
down.
So, but I mean, if you want someone to be the judge in your country, especially the highest level judge, surely you want to know if this person can do the job. And surely that person should represent the majority of people, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you went to America and you asked the whole country that question and they could vote with their phones or something and everybody had to vote, how many people do you think could tell you what a woman is?
I think the most of
Yeah,
the
like
people
everybody
can
could
answer.
tell
yeah.
you,
Yeah.
except
It's
for
very
us.
easy.
Yeah,
Even it's wrong,
Sure.
but I have an answer.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure, but except for a very small group of people who want to push, like, how do you say progressive politics in Chinese?
非常激进的
啊
激进派
Except for that
激进派
small group, everyone else can tell you, woman, sure. And I'll tell you, surely the answer for a woman, like, because you said you were born as a girl, but a woman surely is an adult,
adult.
Okay.
Yeah.
and female,
Yeah.
yeah,
Female.
and human.
Yeah.
Sure.
Adult, human, female. Done. I'm going to be the judge now.
Congratulations.
Because throughout history, right, people have always known what a woman is. They can point. There we go. That's a woman. What is a woman? And as you guys told me, I mean, I'm not so sure about the milk, but all those guys are things.
You can ask your fiance.
Actually, I think that guys can have milk. I think if you take hormones, your boobs can grow a little bit, and you might. I'm not sure if I'm right, but I
But
think
you
maybe.
can screw your boo now.
Well, no, I squeeze them now. I don't think anything's going to come out.
Here
though.
has
Blood.
Yeah, 这是咖啡吗？
对 yeah.
Add some
Yeah.
milk.
not take.
他感觉脸很
Yeah,
痛
a lot of-
you can feel very hurt like,
I'm not too sure if it would work, but when I was young, I heard about a guy who squeezed hard enough and something came out. It
I
wasn't
think
milk.
it's blurred
Whoa.
it's blurred
Well,
It's not
it
milk.
wasn't red.
Really
Someone told me this. I don't know how true it is, but anyway. But I mean, come on, a woman.
Oh, yeah.
Surely this is one of the most basic questions
Ah.
in the world.
very easy
That even
to
a
answer.
small child will go, woman, easy. There, look, woman.
Yeah, we ask children.
I think she think too much 他很怕就是会得罪别人，或者是
Yeah.
对方又想了一个就更就是
会让他掉进洞里面
对
的问题。
对对对对
Yeah. She worry about it's like a trap question.
Yeah.
Like when you answer it, it has more question to come up.
Sure, but the thing is, right? You want this person to judge. You want this person. So, like, what happens if later there's a case between and then
Very
part of the
controversial.
case, a controversial case, and part of the case is it's about being a woman. What happens if it's about women's rights?
Oh.
And explain this to me. Biden said he wants to make sure a woman comes on the court, but that woman doesn't know what a woman is. This is 1984. This
No.
2 + 2 = 5.
Oh.
Like, no, listen, it's really important that we get a woman judge. What is a woman? We don't know.
That's a
If you think about it, it's ridiculous,
yeah
right?
it's ridiculous
So the two things can't be true. So one, you say, look, I don't know what a woman is. Well, then why is it important, and why should you have a woman judge?
when it's talking about gender cast, like you say, what if like a so-called a man think he
A
is a
so-called man. Oh,
no, okay,
No,
okay,
I
no,
agree.
no,
I
no.
get it, I
No,
get it.
I should say so-called woman. Like actually, he is a biological man, but he thinks he is a woman, so he go to the public toilet
yeah.
and things like really normal for some of American, right? What if it just the man is pretend he's
Exactly.
Pretend he's
it's
like a
open for
transgender.
abuse. Yeah.
yeah.
Because not everybody's always telling the truth. You might find a way, say, hey, I can get some benefits if I say I think I'm a woman.
Yeah, if there some criminal thing happen, how can they judge it? How can I make this decision? 这种就是在
Sure.
美国，他们会开放，就是变性人就是进去。比方说，你觉得你自己是男变女好了，你可以进去女厕。
啊
可是如果说有些人他就是故意利用这个东西，然后
然后就是去性骚扰
对，就好像真的有发生这件事，就这种事情。
可台湾其实也是有，就是比如说我们女生进女厕，然后就长得很像男生的女生，
哦
就进来我都会吓到。
哎呀，我也会，
对啊
我也会，
而且在健身房你都会有点，
你说
就是就比如说因为你健身房你就会在那边换衣服什
哦
么，然后突然
对对对
就走进，我
走
想说是男的吗？
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Can you imagine you go to the
You
gym,
can understand
get a
me?
shower,
Yeah.
and you're busy in the changing rooms, you turn around and there's a beast. Can you imagine?
Yeah，哎，又真的哎。It's like a woman or man? Or
Yeah, but I mean, you know what? I think that if that happened to you, you'd be okay. Like, a penis. Fuck. Yeah, okay. But what about a young girl
Oh, really?
who,
Like a teenager.
who sees that, or even younger? How are these kids supposed to know what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, that's hard, man. So I don't get it. But I want to show you something else. I mean, the best part of this article, watch this. Scientists, gender law scholars, so scholars like someone who studies, and philosophers of biology, I didn't know biology had philosophers, said Jackson's response was good, was commendable. Okay, though perhaps misleading. It's useful, they say, that Jackson suggested science could help answer Blackburn's question. But they note that a competent biologist would not be able to offer a definitive answer either. Competent, what is competent? It means you're good at your job. So a biologist that's good at their job wouldn't be able to answer what a woman is.
It's like a mental question.
It doesn't make any sense, right? Like, surely any scientist would be able to say, what is a woman? They'll tell you. Like, so how are they saying that a scientist wouldn't be able to give a definition?
I think.
I mean, look, yes, technically, you do get some people, sadly, who are born, like, have both. They have a vagina and a penis. double trouble, kind of thing, right? You do
or
get,
double lucky.
I mean, you do get people born and something is a little bit different, but that's a really, really tiny percentage of people, so we have to look at it and say, like, what's the majority? And a huge majority. So for the majority of people in the world, in every single country, this question, what is a woman, is easy. No one is saying that there aren't a few times where nature does something a little bit different and that's hard to understand. Sure. But biologists, a good biologist, can't answer what a woman is? Come on. That just makes... And they put this in an article. And then people read this and believe that's true.
Who are they asking?
USA Today.
Oh.
All right, USA Today. So, I don't know, man. And then let's talk about some other things, like 1984. So, one of the best female swimmers in the world
Oh, you mean
is a biological man.
Lia Thomas?
Lia Thomas, right? So, she won all these awards before. And now people say that, in fact, Caitlyn Jenner, right? Caitlyn Jenner, who is a trans woman herself, accused her of taking it easy so she wouldn't break the world record. So people saying she was swimming but not trying her hardest.
It's easy for Lia.
Yeah, because in the past, you can see what happened. She set records. Lia Thomas set records in 100-meter freestyle. So she was breaking world records. And then she came like 5th, and someone said, well, were you really trying? But I don't know about you guys. I don't really have an issue with Lia Thomas.
You can put her pictures.
Her picture?
Yeah. So they relevant.
Let's have a look. Ah, there we go. Yeah.
And 就是一个自由式的游泳选手，就是他现在就是
他是从男变
女，
对，他在女生里面就很简单就得金牌，
对，还打破世界纪录。
那后来怎么办？
现在就是我不。
She competed as a man before. Now she's competing as a woman. So she's done both.
So it's very controversial, right? The people are trying to talk about is it like it really can count down the world record, or it really count down the woman?
Yeah. So now you got a lot of world records, women's world records, but the people who broke the record are biological men.
And I can see her pictures, like some video, like she's swimming, and when she stand up, it's really huge. It's really huge between those biological women. A woman.
But I mean, is this really this person's fault? I don't think so.
No, I think the season rule. She's
following the rules. Yeah, so she's following the rules. The problem is not with her. But it's still, at least for me, a little bit sad to see that the women's record... Because, sometimes these records take years, sometimes decades for someone to break them. How many girls work their asses off trying to beat those records? And eventually this person did it.
Yeah.
That's got to kind of feel pretty bad for the women.
I think while they don't open another catalog, it's only just
category.
For category.
Yeah.
They're just only for transgender women.
I'm 100% with that as well. Why don't you have a trans man and a trans woman category?
Yeah.
No problem, right?
They just don't join the biological women's competition.
I mean, whatever you think about transgender people, doesn't matter. Like, if these people want to compete in sports, give them their own division, their own category. Why not? But instead, what we have to do is we have to say that this person is a woman. 2 + 2 = 5, right? If you go and look at that person's DNA, it's going to say woman. Man.
Man.
It's going to say man.
Yeah.
But we have to say that is a woman. That person is a woman.
Oh.
That's where my issue with it comes.
It's like a blind to yourself. Like
I have no issue. If you think that if you're a guy and you think you're a girl and you want to live your life as a girl, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Just if I'm going to date you, please tell me first. Just so that just give me the information beforehand, especially if you haven't transitioned.
Have you using dating app and all of a sudden you find out, it's a lady boy.
So would you mind if you're dating a
trans person? I've actually thought about it. Do you know Blair White?
Yeah.
She's really cool.
She's really
she's
really
still
cool.
a penis though, I think, right?
I think
she
still
still
have
has a
penis, but it's really
But she looks
beautiful.
really cute and everything. But
Yeah.
I love her opinion though, because she says, "Listen, I'm a trans woman, but I'm not a woman. I'm a trans woman.
Yeah.
Problem solved for me. Happy, no problem."
She's honest by herself. Like
Yeah.
tell the truth thing.
And this is swimming, right? So nobody's getting hurt, but I've seen fighting. I
yeah.
saw one girl get beaten so badly.
It's like the boxing competition.
I think it was like kind of more UFC kind of thing. And this person got like really badly beaten. That's
wow, UFC.
kind
That
of,
would
I
be
don't know if it's
crazy.
specifically UFC, but it's that kind of fighting.
Uh-huh.
So yes, I mean, this is one, right? I mean, I don't want to feel bad for this Lia person. And actually, I think this person has transitioned.
You mean she really did?
Yeah, I think
because
she's
you
done
couldn't see the
surgery. I think so.
oh.
Which I don't know why, but in a way kind of makes it more real for me. Because if you can just say this week, I'm a man this week, and next week I'm a woman, and then next week I change my mind, I'm a dude again, like then it's hard. But if you've actually gone through with it, I don't know, seems more serious. You know, because like you said, it's open for abuse. Like somebody might think I can get benefits by doing it. But if you then go through with the surgery,
That means she's serious.
it shows the seriousness. Because someone who was doing it just to get benefits wouldn't go through with the surgery just for the benefits, right?
Yeah.
But then it's a hard one, right? And then we should also look at someone else. So this person was one of the candidates for Women of the Year.
Candidate.
Yeah, so like to choose for Women of the Year, they
Woman
like
of the
choose
Year.
10 people or whatever. This person is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the Women of the Year is a biological man.
Ah.
Yeah.
She is also a transgender.
She's in the government, in the military, and I think in America.
Uh-huh.
But person is a biological male.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this person hasn't even been a biological male for a year yet. So you're not even a woman for a year, and already you are Woman of the Year.
Because you
It's very easy to be a woman, right? Because in less than 1 year, you can be Woman of the Year. It's
not easy, okay?
Well, I mean, I'm just looking at this.
We have 那个什么月经什么
period,
every month.
but they don't have to suffer for this.
Sure, but I mean, it looks like it's this person said, I'm a man, I'm a woman, and within 1 year, it's Woman of the Year.
I think they
Come
can
on,
just
it's easy to be a woman.
they just can injure some hormone. They say, "Oh, I'm a woman." Then they can get a little bit boobs. It's okay.
这个美国人，
这是
他是
一个 military
Yeah, so let's we can have a look here. So this person's name is Rachel
军官
Levine.
吗？
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's a general.
Let's have a look. Levine is the U.S. Assistant Secretary for Health for
health,
the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the head of the U.S. Public Health Service Commission Corps. Yeah, that's the corp that's military.
Military.
Which she leads a group of 6,000 uniformed public health officers.
Corps means like in the military, but
Yeah.
she's charged in the health
Yeah.
part. 军队里面的那个，这张看起来有点像男的，
他到底是男还是女啊？
原本是男的，
然后现在变女的。
对
Yeah.
这是男的啊。
Look, just like a man have a
It
long
looks-
hair.
It looks like a dude with long hair. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
just looks like a
She needs
dude.
stylist.
Yeah.
So then, do you know the Babylon Bee?
Babylon Bee.
Babylon Bee is like a satire website. Do you know satire?
Yeah. You know,
什么
讽刺网站 satire website.
Satire website. Yeah. So you say things that it's like supposed to be a joke. It's not
Ah,
serious,
okay,
right?
okay.
So the Babylon Bee.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can find it. They said Man of the Year is yeah. The Babylon Bee's Man of the Year is Rachel Levine. Because it was Woman of the Year, so they did this. They got kicked off Twitter.
Huh?
Yeah, even though they're a satire website, they got locked out of their Twitter.
It's like a hateful
Yeah.
concept. Oh.
So to even a joke, you're not even allowed to make a joke about transgender people, right? That's how serious this thing is. You can't even make a joke.
Oh.
And I mean, the joke
I don't
kind of, I suppose,
understand.
the satire makes a little bit of sense, right? Because, like, very quickly you become Woman of the Year.
Yeah, but I don't know. Satire is very normal thing. How come you couldn't like allow?
Well, that's the point, right? I
the
think
joke.
jokes now, you're not even allowed to make jokes.
Mm.
And that's a really hard thing because sometimes a joke is the only way in certain, like we were talking in the previous segment about autocratic societies, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, sometimes the only way for you to make your point is through comedy. Because comedy is often about real things, but it's funny, right?
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
funny
why
thing.
comedians play an
They
important
try
role.
to kill all of creativeness.
Yeah, but now on Twitter, you're not even allowed to have satire.
Twitter is really I don't know censorship. Twitter 审查太多东西了，就是刚刚就开个玩笑，就说哦，你这个是仇恨言论，我们把你禁掉的。
Yeah. So pretty crazy, right? So person who's like a top female swimmer, biological male. Woman of the year, one of the women of the year, biological male. Like 2 + 2 really is 5.
Yeah, so you.
And the person chosen to be a judge because she's a woman doesn't know what a woman is.
Yeah. Somehow I remember like the Matrix director 骇客任务的
Oh, the two of them, both of them.
Before they are brothers,
Yeah, now
now
they're
they become
sisters.
sisters.
Yeah.
Just because Parker told me, the director is some sister. I was like, what? Sister?
Yeah, they were brothers, but the Wachowski
No.
brothers, now Wachowski sisters. Yeah. So I wanted to show you, because when I saw this, it made me think of something I'd seen in the past. And you can have a look here. Do you know who ZUBY is?
No.
ZUBY is this guy, I think he's a rapper. And he says, here's on Twitter from a while ago, he says, I keep hearing how biological men don't have any physical strength advantage over women in 2019.
No.
So he went, without really training too much, and broke the women's deadlift record without even trying. There it is there.
Oh.
So that's breaking the record.
He isn't like a athlete. He's just like a singer.
Yeah, he's a rapper, and he obviously goes to the gym, and he just broke the women's world record like that.
Oh.
To prove a point, right? So this was big news like a few years ago. That's him over there breaking, so beats the female weightlifting records while identifying as a woman.
Yeah, I remember like the Olympics game in Tokyo. The one who get a champion in the weightlifting is also a transgender
from
woman.
New Zealand, I think
Yeah.
she is. Yeah, I don't think that she actually won though. I think she got knocked out. I don't think she won. I forget her name,
Really?
but yeah, I don't think she won. But then, where does this go? What happens if 10 years later, all the records in women's sport are all held by biological men?
Yeah, disappear. Yeah, I think it's very easy. Yeah.
What happened to women's rights? What happened to women's protections? All these things.
But for me, even they change their gender, but their body and energy still men.
Yeah, I agree.
So for me, she have to join the men's Olympics.
Sure.
Yeah, let's
for
just
me.
join the men category, right?
Because don't you think this is sending the wrong message? The best woman for the job is a man. It's a bit strange, right?
Maybe after like 20 years, there's no men and woman, only people.
Yeah, but it's strange. You can't have both of these because you want to fight for women's rights, but then what's a woman? It's like you can't have both these things at the same time. That's what I'm saying with Biden, right? He's like, I'm making it a point. I'm going to appoint a woman. But then everybody's saying, but there's no such thing as a woman. So these two things can't exist together at the same time. So it's really strange, right, for me to see
and
this.
it's very interesting because I think at this moment, most of the time, people are talking about transgender women. But transgender men...
No, actually, there are lots.
A lot.
There are lots.
I mean, they seldom have this kind of controversial topics. Or I just don't get it.
So what I have seen from research is that, like, especially like in America, there's a large increase in young girls starting to identify as men.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I don't think it makes the same thing as if a girl's going to men's sports. What's going to happen?
Yeah, maybe they already know that, so they won't join.
So that's why
this
it's
kind
not
of
going to
sports,
get
right?
into. It's not going to get into
Get
the
in
newspaper
highlight.
because you're not going to get biological women breaking men's records.
So they couldn't get a
Yeah.
highlight.
Yeah, and there are a few videos. If you look on YouTube, you'll find a few videos of women who have tried to like fight men, and it always ends really, really badly. Like really, you see this shame,
Oh,
man. You
you-
see these poor women getting beaten down. It's
the
hard
biological
to
thing,
watch,
it's still
yeah.
the biological thing. Right?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like men, the hormones we have, the bone structure, the cardiovascular
All the
system.
DNA structure.
Like I watched one where there was this one woman, and she was really good as a fighter. I think she's famous. She might be from Brazil. And she eventually, I think, got beaten by a man, but he wasn't close to a champion. But she was
Oh.
the serious champion. I saw her knocking other women out. Oh my God. She was like, I think they even measured her punch power. Her punching power was close to a man's. But she eventually got beaten by a guy, and he wasn't like famous or champion or anything. I think it's just the total body thing. It's just, I don't think many people would even disagree with this, right? Like think that men are not stronger than women. It doesn't seem to be a question, like, but yeah. Although I'm sure some women are stronger than some men, but just overall, you know.
Yeah, but it is I think it's interesting. It's like in United States they fight for this topic.
Yeah.
It's oh no, men still don't have a they should have an equal life. Men transgender women still should be like see as a woman.
Yeah, they are women, basically.
Yeah,
That's
they try to fight
yeah.
for.
Actually,
for
that's
this
like my
topics.
only really real issue with this thing. I have no issue with transgender people. You know, I have a lot of empathy for transgender people. Like if you're a man and you feel like you're a woman, that's hard. That's got to be really confusing.
Yeah.
You know, and the other way around. But the problem is they say, Richard, you have to look at that person. You have to say that's a woman when I don't agree. And if I don't, then they want to cancel me or make me lose my job or something like that. Like, so force, like you don't say what we want you to say. And it's a thing that very few people in the world believe, and you're going to lose your job. That doesn't make sense. And I wonder if it's the transgender people pushing that. I don't think so. It's the same thing we talked about, like the people complaining about Joe Rogan's podcast or people who never watch it. And you see Blair White, who's trans, not saying she is a woman, saying she's a trans woman. You saw in that other article there that, Caitlyn Jenner was coming out kind of against Lia Thomas. So I think there are a large amount of trans people who don't agree. But you have to say it one way because that's
so
what's
who
kind of popular.
play behind this, right?
Yeah.
I think they just use this maybe as a way try to see how they can manipulate or control people. I don't know.
I think so. I think exactly right.
But I don't know who it is.
Right, so
Okay.
that was our two serious topics done. How about we change to something more fun? I know that you're dying to talk about certain things, Raven. So let's talk about something a little bit more fun for our next segment, right?
I want to eat chips.
And we can have some snacks first, right? Okay, so we'll be back with you guys in a minute. Please like, share, subscribe, and yeah, thank you.